Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey, the one that actually plays the games. And we're back here in Rust beta progress for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And a lot of this is going to be a rehash for kind of a summary of all the things that we've done up to this point. And yeah, so this would be the third progress for June. So we've been going over and talking a lot about the Rust beta and what it means and some of these changes. And we've had a lot of weird information kind of coming back and forth with some people thinking that the beta is not being developed now, or just, I don't know. There's been some crazy fake news out there that they're just talking about. I don't really get it. Like, I don't see why people are saying that. It's like, I mean, I guess if you're trying to fabricate views, I guess, but like if you play this game and you like it, like why would you be pooping on it, especially when it's like totally and completely false? But I don't know. I mean, I guess if you wanna punch down, I guess you do you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so we just want to make sure, because we've had some people say to us, they're like, "Hey man, is this like not being developed now? Like what's going on with this thing? They haven't done a commit and so long on the list," and I just kind of want to go over that. And I know, again, most of this is going to be a rehash from what we've kind of gone over, with a sprinkling of some new things, because, I mean, that's all we have at the moment, and yes, we are excited to play this game. I don't think that's a crime, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here with RazorTube, by the way. That's two-thirds of the BoiFriendSquad, Jade Monkey and RazorTube, and we also have BioLazer, who's not with us, but that's RazorTube up there. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi! So yeah, let me go over what the commit list is and what it's not, because apparently there's been some creator confusion as to like what that does. So let me learn you today. Okay, so a commit list is just that. It is a commit list of things that are completed and are merged with separate and various branches on anything, right? So, and in this case, code. So not having a commit for a period of time could either mean they're not working on it or they're working on a larger commit. And we'll get to that here in a second. And I get maybe the confusion where people are like, hey, I don't know what's going on with that, because we're seeing a lot of shadow text. We're seeing older posts for this. But again, just because you don't see a commit over a day, a two, or 2 weeks, doesn't mean they're not working on it. It definitely means they're committed to something larger. And again, a lot of this is speculation because we don't have an official date yet. And we're excited to see this come to fruition. We're excited. We're super excited to play this as a beta because we're going to main this on console. RazorTube, myself, and BioLazer. And yeah, so we want to get our dirty little meat sticks all over this thing. So, we're going to keep you guys updated because we want to know like you guys want to know. Anyways, so going back to this commit list. If we look over here, we're seeing a lot of the shadow text. And again, I think this lines up with a lot of the things that we've been talking about previously, and hopefully this makes sense and I'm not rambling out of my mind. But one of the largest indicators I've seen up to this point is, okay, this is the old branch, right? Because D11's doing the port. So we've got this Rust main D11 console version, right? That's one we've been tracking for months on end. Well, we had a larger stop, and we're seeing a larger amount of days before any of the more recent commits. But get this, there's also been a sub-branch that's been created, and it's called D11 underscore console underscore version slash beta. So let me just tell you, when Facepunch or Gary, when they make a branch, they're pretty close to moving on it. And not to mention all of these things, all of the shadow text, all of the new additions that we've gotten, the companion app, the modular vehicles, all of it's pointing towards a larger piece, that they're somehow coming to a conclusion, or they're trying to get to a bigger wrap-up point, because I honestly believe this is going to be in the beta, the modular vehicles, the companion app, all of this, because what we're looking at right now is all vanilla Rust. Every single bit of it. This whole like area here, watch, I'm going to be using my companion app to turn all this craziness on. Pump. Doing that from my phone. Like, this is all vanilla Rust. There's no mods here. This is the real deal. So the reason why I bring that up is because I really think if they're going to be testing this as a beta, they're going to be testing all these crazy things. Modular vehicle is pretty big deal as far as stressing out a console machine. The companion app and its ability for the servers to talk back to the companion app is a big deal. Getting 100 concurrent players on there is a big deal. So yeah, I think they're going to have that in the beta. So it makes sense that when all of these things come to a point, that we're going to see this and that they're working up to it. And let's be honest, when Gary's ready to move, man, he is not screwing around. Like every time, okay, good example, modular vehicles that we got recently as a beta and have now been merged to the staging branch. When he was ready to do it, it was like 1 or 2 days, and bam, it was good to go. And we were touching it, we were playing it. So, I think all of the shadow text that we're seeing in the previous branch here, let me show you what that looks like. Out here, whoops, nope, sorry, just kidding. Like right here, I think these are things like the companion app. I think these are things like the monster vehicles. Because they wouldn't be hiding anything else in this branch. It's a semi-recent thing where they've been doing the shadow text or the block text. So keep that in mind. And the fact that we've gotten all these crazy changes, like the building changes, the ladder hatches, you know, now we're seeing the shadowed out text for the console. Like, it all kind of tracks with the things that have already been added. And again, if you played the game or even been watching us live stream, it would make sense, right? And I know there's some other people out there that are kind of like, you know, shooting in the dark and making some stuff up. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really track with what's going on. Now, again, we're guessing too. But I think we're guessing based off of some knowledge of playing the game and actually going through the commit list and not just jumping on the trend whore train, as it were, right? So we're definitely trying to we actually care about this game. I don't know about anybody else, right? That's like doing the updates on this, but like we really want to play this, and we're excited for this. And I know some people can't like wrap their head around it, but I'm like, and I guess I get when people ask, they say, hey, why are you so excited for this? You get to play it now. I'm like, dude, that's where we play. You know, we all get the same experience. We don't have to worry about hackers. That's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, it's where we played. We main on console, and we have probably, let's see, the same information like when we covered other games like DayZ. Like we've played it on the PC, but where do you see us main it? You know, so it's like, this is what we like doing. We like covering games because we like them, you know, and then unfortunately sometimes, you know, people just don't like when they hear something that's pertinent with a little integrity behind it, and that's okay, right?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't know. Like, speaking of which, somebody was telling me that they're like, well, you don't know if there's going to be crossplay. I'm like, you're right. There has been no official announcement on it, but knowing that Gary specifically has said crossplay between PC and PlayStation 4 will not be a thing. PC to Xbox will not be a thing. When we saw things in the commit list, because it seems like we're the only ones that are going through it, and other people are copying all the stuff that we find off of there, and okay, again, you do you. But when we went through the commit list, because we want to know if there's going to be crossplay, because I think that would be awesome, right? Like we get to, the Xbox players and the PlayStation players get to beat cheeks on each other. That's going to be tight, right? Like we dug up something that specifically was talking about authentication in crossplay. And so since PC and console is not going to be a thing, I can only think of one other thing that's going to be crossplay, unless I'm completely wrong. But again, I already did a video on that. You can check it out if you want to in the upper right-hand corner. But yeah, we're getting, I don't know, like maybe it's just haters being haters, but we're getting some people. We're getting some salty boys, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, man, relax. Some of these salty boys are way bigger than us. It's like, all right, man, relax, dude. I get it. I would be mad too if I was huge and I was, you know, somebody 5 times as small as me was getting bigger views. I guess that's why you would be mad. I don't know, but the point is, like, we're excited about this, and we want to show you guys like the stuff that we find. And if it's repetitive sometimes, apologies. Like, we're trying to give you guys an up-to-date report when we get it. And you know, this one is mostly rehash, and we're trying to maybe, you know, put down some of this fake news that we're getting, that people are like, oh, you know, the beta's not in development. I'm like, how would you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the person that's saying this is like, man, like, you don't even play this game, let alone even give 2 shits about like looking up anything about this game. So it's like, okay, it's like, okay, man, like, pile on, I guess. Punch down all day, dude. You know, you do you. But anyways, the point is, here, I'm about to blow your mind here. You ready? So yes, it's true. Things on console have to pass certification, and it does take a period of time. Are you ready for this? And this is just a hypothesis here. And maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe, just maybe, they're testing the commit that's going to be submitted or already has been submitted, and they're waiting for a response, right? So maybe that's why we haven't seen it in 2 weeks. And maybe they're doing it just a little bit ahead of time before the July 2nd update, because I strongly believe this will happen sometime after the 2nd of July. Because let's go back to what Gary said a long time ago. He said he wanted this game to be the full port. And I honestly think he's going to keep this as up to date as he possibly can. Maybe it's a few weeks behind. Maybe it's the exact same time. I don't know. But I think if anybody can pull it off, I think it's going to be Face Punch. And I'm excited for it. And, you know, let's say this commit list branch for the beta is a deal. Let's say all this shadow text is a deal. It all makes sense. But then again, maybe it takes a few more weeks or a few more months after that. Who knows? We don't know yet. But we'd like to speculate and show you what we found up to this point. And, you know, if it changes, we'll let you know if anything does change in the future. So I know the waiting hurts a lot. Believe you me, that's all we want to do is play this on console. And we will be playing this all the time during the entire beta for as long as we possibly can. We'll also be maining this on console when it hits full release. And again, if you'd like to kind of sink your teeth into some more juicy things to help get you ready for the Rust beta, I've got a offline raid alarm that you can check out. It's a build. It's to help basically detect anybody that destroys a wall in your base. And I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. You would get a message as soon as a wall is destroyed, and this is the basic idea here. So if you want to check that out, it's pretty cool. And again, we'll be live streaming this on PC until the interim, until we get there. And obviously, as soon as this hits the beta, we're going to be all over it. So an excellent reason to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on those notifications. If you're interested, if you're not, that's fine too. And yeah, if you're one of the salty creators, I mean, keep bringing the salt, man. Like, it tastes good to me, right? Salty tears always taste good, right? Anyways, if you found this useful, helpful, be sure to drop a like. And the salty boys, be sure to leave a dislike, and be sure to sign into your alts and leave all kinds of cryptic messages that somehow you don't think that we can't see you. I see you, dude.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah.
Leave a dislike.
We know you're there.
Leave a
and we don't care.
Leave a dislike. You won't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Pussy.
yeah, do it. You won't. So yeah, hopefully we see you guys in the next video / live stream. I love you, and we'll see you. Bye.